Alright, hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to just share with you a few things that have happened in the last couple of days. So yesterday was Wednesday and absolutely zero mail came in the box. So there was that. Let's see what else is going on here. So I needed envelopes big time, so I went off to one of my favorite thrift stores. They always have a nice office supply collection or selection there. And I went there and they said, oh, we boxed up everything to put Christmas stuff out. So all that was boxed up and put away. So I needed envelopes of a certain size, big time. I didn't want to dip into my business envelopes and that kind of stuff. So I made a trip to the Goodwill bins, and it was just, people are hacking and coughing, and they're not covering their mouth. They're just pretty gross. So that's one good way to get very sick. But a lot of the employees were out, and so only about half of the merchandise was making it out, and so a lot of stuff was not coming through. People weren't finding very much at all, so they were kind of, depressed, and some people were leaving early, and some people were just, hanging around longer, hoping they could make their trip worthwhile. And I did find a few things there. We'll get to those fairly shortly here. Hopefully I have it all. Try to do this in a timely manner here. I always like to get office supplies because I don't want to buy a lot of them, and I don't need a ton of them, but we will just go through what we have here. I found a pile of records, and I should not be buying records unless they're very specific to my collection. These are not. Some of these might be duplicates. I'm not sure. So I guess we'll start off with the records here first. And we have I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die, Country Joe and the Fish. It's on Fontana. I think it's an import, but it's in really rough condition. I'm not a huge Country Joe and the Fish fan, but I figured I might as well save it. And it's pretty rough on the back there, kind of faded, and it's really beat up around the edge here. But still, it looked like it might be in playable condition, so there's that one. Then I hit the Motherlode of Grateful Dead, and somebody had found a bunch of these. When I say a bunch of these, but ones with tape on it, but he was saying that the tape was coming right off very easily, so I tested a piece and it was. It's the Grateful Dead from the Mars Hotel, Space, I can't read that, Space something or other, or no, I can't read whatever that says. It says something else. I don't really know what that one is. Oh no, it's Sofa, I don't know. Maybe it's upside down. I really don't know what that is, so let's not worry about that one there. Then we have Working Man's Dead, Grateful Dead. There was a few people that knew these, but most people have just heard of them and they just can't get into it. Historic Dead, The Grateful Dead. And then this one here. Not the most interesting of covers there, but that's pretty much all you get there. Something else there, probably the Shadow of the Skeleton Bird or whatever, so there's that one there. And there's a back. I don't really necessarily need to show you the condition of the records there, but I think most of them are on Sunflower, if I'm not mistaken there. They look like they're pretty clean, but somebody put tape on there for whatever reason, maybe to reinforce it, I don't know. I may have already had this one, the Grateful Dead Terrapin Station, so I'll double check and make sure I don't need to keep duplicates. And then we got a few more records here. We have this one here. This is more of a classic cover here, Wake of the Flood. But it's got a hole punch there, so that's never fun. So there's that one there. Then we have two more records here. We have Limbo Party with Ivy Pete and his Limbo Maniacs. So I have no idea. A crazy one with the fire and the Hawaiians off in the corner, or perhaps Hawaiians, we don't know. And then all these people in suits and ties, eyeballing the flames and watching that young lady try to limbo. It looks like that's not her first rodeo. That's crazy. So there's that one there. And the last one I got, I could not remember if I have this or if this is an upgrade. Phillips 66 available through your Phillips 66 dealer. If you know anything about records, this is not super valuable. But Stan the Man's hit record produced by Stan the Man Incorporated to help you be a big league batter, illustrated instructions enclosed. So I wonder how many people made it to the bigs by playing this record here. No idea. It's in fairly good condition there. There's the back of it. Probably circa 1960, well, it looks like it says 63 on the back here. I was going to say 66, but it looks like 63. So there is that one there. And then I grabbed a couple of these boxes here because I do a lot of shipping here. So hopefully this will work well enough. and not crush. But I got a couple of these kind of foldy boxes here. Hopefully I can ship something in that one there. And then the other one has got a few bits of merchandise in it. The ever popular bubble wrap. You know, again, when the merchandise comes out so infrequently, I mean what I mean is that it's just been really poor. So you just grab things that you can use. Let's see, not that we care, but here's a pair of Ken's shoes from, like, you know, Ken and Barbie. There was a neat Ken and Barbie in a Corvette, but there was some sort of liquid spilled into it or got wet. And then Ken had something wrong with his leg, so I threw him back. But I saved that stuff because there's kind of a room off to the side where anybody comes to visit. You know, that's just a toy room or whatever for all the nieces and nephews to kind of hang out. And then I got a pile of smaller envelopes. Those will probably be my return envelopes for TTM requests there. So there's that. I just grabbed this here because, I don't know, it just says lunchbox notes. Probably didn't need the, it's some kind of DIY homemade, maybe it's not homemade, I don't know. But anyway, it looks like Nintendo cards. So in this little bag here with some sort of tag there hanging on there. I don't know how many that came in there, how many were used. Let's see, there's another thing in here. Oh, I guess some silver stickers. I'm not sure what those silver stickers are for. Maybe you put them on here. I don't really know. But it says scratch me. I don't know what scratch me means. But I don't know what scratch me, but then essentially you write something on there. So I really don't know. There's a whole stack of those that look like, you know, Game Boys or whatever. So no idea. I thought it would be something I could write my letters on, perhaps. So there's that one there. I don't know why I grabbed this. I kind of forgot why I had it. I think it was part of a bookshelf maybe, but this is all I could find. But I thought it was nicely done there, a nicely done little scene there. So I might modify this and make this into something. I really don't know. Throw some stain in there and then make the trees highlight. I don't know if I'm going to paint that or what I'm going to do with that. But you can see that was probably part of some sort of, you know, shelving, small little bookshelf type thing. I really don't know what that was. But that's all there was. Then this was in a bag here. Again, no idea, but I could always use maybe some more gloves, you know, for leaf raking or what have you. I think it's a pair. I'm trying to get it out of the bag here if I can. Again, trying to grasp straws to find stuff that you can actually use, you know. Things that are with a purpose. I didn't check out these gloves here. They're kind of difficult to... Ugh. Yeah, they'll work. They're a little snug in the... but yeah, they just barely fit. So that'll work for outdoor work there. I don't know how water resistant they are. They probably get soaked instantly. So there are those. Then I grabbed some more envelopes and stuff here, and I got one more item to share with you afterwards. So I just grabbed whatever there was. You know, there were birthday ones and, you know, some sort of foresty ones here. Again, for postmark requests, we're not going to worry about that. And then I'll show you the mail that came in after this. So there's that. And there's, you know, Christmas and, I don't know, who knows, dogs and all of that kind of stuff. Most of these I think were originally from the St. Joseph's Indian School or whatever. I really don't know. So there's those. Then we picked up a thing of stickers here for whatever reason. We'll figure out what to do with those. Got a postcard of Montezuma's castle. I didn't realize there was a pinhole poked in there. And then the Grand Canyon with another pinhole poked in there, and yet a few more random envelopes here with flowers, butterflies, and Christmas trees. So there are those. Again, I'm trying to be practical and buy things that I can use. Then I found a baseball here, and what's interesting here, this is I think it's a vinyl baseball. I don't think it's leather, but the autograph has stayed amazing on here. So... yes, spoiler alert, I got an autographed baseball. Now it says Oakland Athletics on here, so that's kind of neat. And then we've got some sort of, you know, MLB 1988 logo, it looks like. So there's a 1988 MLB logo on there. And then we have an IBM logo on there. And we got some sort of autograph. I do not know. It looks like Knit or Matt or Nate, and then it's like Ball or something like that. I don't know what that is. If anybody knows what that autograph is, anybody has any idea of who signed this IBM ball, it would be greatly appreciated. There's like 2 dents in the ball, and probably from when it was donated. There's 2 dents right there, but I think it's vinyl. But the autograph has stayed absolutely mint, so I have absolutely no idea who signed that and when that was signed. Whether the ball was signed recently and somebody else signed it. If you have any idea, it's probably an Oakland Athletic that signed it. So there's that one there. So now let's get into the mail if I can find it here. And we got one very nice postcard here. Let's see. Where do we have it here? I'm going to try to get to it here. Hopefully okay, where'd that go? Maybe that slipped out of here. I got one purchase. That's what I wanted to share with you, is the purchase. Very, very nice here. And it looks like the postcard has slipped out and I don't have that to share with you. That's too bad. We're just going to show you the postmark request got in. Because there's the envelope it came in, and there's the inner sleeve there. But there is no postcard here, so I bet you that slipped when I grabbed it out of the car on the way back here, so I don't have that. But it was supposed... Oh, here we go. Here it is. It just slipped over here. So this is a very, very nice postcard. I found this for $3. Somebody originally had wanted 10, either 10 cents or $10. I didn't remember that there was writing on the back of it. That's kind of unfortunate there. But this is one I was going to send out to Fiddletown. Some sort of woman playing the violin, which is, maybe it's a man, I don't know, but it just has, it looks, unless it's, I don't know. But this says A Song of the Soul. And there's some other markings down here. It says Charles Scribner's Sons, Reinthal and Newman Publication, New York. So do not know anything about this postcard here, but it is circa 1910 or so. Very nice postcard. I did not know if I want to mess with it, but I thought about sending that out to Fiddletown. Now I got something here. It says Reno, Nevada, the cancel on there, but this is Postmaster of Westwood, California. And then there's my Westwood, California postcard there. This is the one that I sent. This is the one I think that somebody... Basically it was sent through the mail and no one canceled it. No one. And so I said, you know what, I'm just going to throw that back out. And this was a damaged one. You know, there's some stuff on the back there, and I mentioned to do the back. I was very specific in my letter, but people, again, they do not know how to read, and so basically I got scolded. So they said, and there's my original letter. And I said, Dear Westwood Post Office, I collect California postmarks. I've used so many postcards, it's not even funny. Kind of goofed on this card because I had the wrong amount and let it sit for a while. That's true. I had put a stamp on the back, which I did not want to do. This has not been mailed, but, well, technically it had not been mailed. But I had some ad on the back I tried to cover. Would you cancel my stamps? I think best as possible. Each card adds a unique part to my collection. I've added 2 cards from my collection for you to keep. So I said keep my cards. So there's this one here. Now there was a note here. It says well, I'll send my last name. I hope this is what you wanted us to do for you. In the future, please provide a self-addressed stamp envelope. This is what this is for. I posted that. You throw it back in the mail and it goes bye-bye. Okay? Please provide a self in the future for us to return your postcards to you. So, I also mentioned that these are postcards for them to keep. They have essentially taken my Sarina, Ontario, Canada postcard and canceled at Westwood, California. They have taken this ancient postcard from somewhere overseas and canceled at Westwood, California. Dear Westwood, California, I do not need an SASE if I already post stamps on my postcard. Dear Westwood Post Office, these are postcards for you to keep. I am going to throw these in a care package or the garbage. They're nice cancels, but I mean, I might just, I think maybe I'll just throw these all in my little thing here. But again, essentially what's happening is I wanted one postcard for every post office, not dozens of postcards. So my collection is ballooning like crazy. I shouldn't complain. But again, I gave these away so that I would never have to see them again, because I'm awash in postcards. That is what's going on here. So, the last thing I want to talk about, I'm already at 15 minutes here, while everybody's fallen asleep and talking about hobby burnout, I have decided to start shopping on COMC before Black Friday. Now, who does that? 2 or 3 days before the Black Friday sale. Well, there's people with, 20, 30, 50% or more off sales already. There were cards that were on my wish list, and I was like, I didn't see these before. What are these doing here? They were normally $2 and they were marked down to $1.25, and I said, wow, when I'm going to eBay, these were $6 and $7, $10 each. And so I was like, yeah, yoink, take, grab, take. And then I'm finding other cards. I'm like, wow, this is a really stupendous deal. Why would I not take this card? Yoink, tear, grab, this sort of thing. And I was joking with somebody, which I didn't hear back from. I said, I'm trying to mess up the algorithm. Because it just, and of course, I should have mentioned this. Westwood gave me back my original envelope. I work really hard. I buy all these special stickers, put a very nice Star Wars stamp on there, and then I just don't need that back. Again, it's just ridiculous. It's one of the most ridiculous things ever. So I said I wanted to change the algorithm, meaning that, I'm one of these people that just shop in the $2 or less. Usually it's in the 50-cent or less category, and I don't usually get past the second or third page for the lowest price cards. But again, a lot of times that's what people do, is they go to the lowest price ones. And then what I wanted to do is change it up, like you buy a couple of the lowest price cards and that brings other cards to that front page there. And then it brings other ones that weren't on sale, and changes a whole gamut of things there. It might get people to get off their duff and grab something else. There's just all kinds of interesting things that I've grabbed there. So pretty much that's about it. Every mail day has just been a little bit on the annoying side. Again, you didn't see my letter, but I read you my letter. I tried to be as tidy as possible. The only one, best as possible, got kind of screwed up there. But that basically essentially was my instructions that said, keep the postcards, please do not return them. I tried to be very polite in my letters and not be a jerk. There was a couple letters I was a jerk and saying, hey, guess what? A whole bunch of post offices are not canceling my stuff, and I want you to do that for me because I don't want you to be another one of those jerks. And sometimes I'm not come off like that, but almost close to that. Again, so I drove in and I got a baseball here. We'll just review this very, very quickly here. If I can get a zoom on here. It looks like, I don't know, it could be Nathan. But if I can look up people that are on the athletics, that start with an N and a B, I'm not really sure who that would be. So I'm thinking, if I look up it says S Sports Products Corporation, a division of LAICH Industries, MLB 1988. So that's probably going to get a baseball cube one of these days. I gotta find a store that sells baseball cubes because I think my LCS doesn't do that anymore. At least I haven't seen any there. It's really kind of bad. So 20 minutes almost down. I will post this video when I get a chance to. All kinds of cool stuff here. I finally got envelopes for my projects. Got a really nice postcard which I might send to Fiddletown. I really think that would be kind of cool. It's only a $3 loss plus postage if I don't get that canceled. I've got to figure out what this says here. It says Stark something. I can't read that. And then it says Zenda Rest. It's something in I'm not sure. Printed in America, but I cannot read that. Then there's something in There's something in pencil down below here which I can't read either. Yeah. I have a feeling that somebody came to the United States. It says entered Stationers Hall, London, Series 108. This is an RN or NR postcard there. It says this space may be used for correspondence. And again, there's a 10 on there. I mentioned in one of the last videos that those markings there, any of these markings on here, a lot of postcard collectors don't particularly care if they're on there, like that number 10 in pencil. But baseball card collectors, that goes from like an 8 to a 1 very, very quickly. So that's what I have for today. Let me know if you have any ideas about anything that came in the mail. Shame on you, Westwood, for chiding me to give you return postage, and thank you for watching.